What is up, it's Shady, and today we're diving into the best full team of Pokemon to easily clear the Johto story in PokeMMO. The team we're going through today will handle every gym leader, rival battle, Team Rocket boss, Elite Four member, and even the Kimono Girl and Ho-Oh battles with great synergy and full HM coverage. We won't be relying on the GTL either, just in case Johto is your first region, and you'll have the full team on the way to the 4th gym. But if you've got the budget because this isn't your first region, feel free to pick up any of these mons earlier. Also, at the end of the team breakdown, I have a bonus Pokemon you can purchase from the GTL that will make life even easier. We'll be using Totodile as your starter, and if you're wondering why I chose Totodile, I've got another video linked in the description that covers the best starter to pick in every region. I actually recommend Johto as the first region to do, and I've got a video linked in the description that covers the best order to tackle every region too, so check that out if you need it. One final thing to keep in mind before getting into the team is that story playthroughs don't require perfect EV training. Especially if this is your first region, you won't have a sweet center and access to the best horde training locations. Starter Pokemon and ones you trade with story NPCs have neutral natures and 15s across the board for IVs, so don't stress too much about optimization here. Recommendations will suggest 25 plus in the most important IVs, but it's not entirely necessary. Just focus on having fun with a strong synergistic team. I put a lot of time and effort into this one, so I really hope it helps you out. Alright, enough intro. Let's get into the team breakdown. We'll go through the Pokemon in the order that you'll get them. First up is the Startermon Totodile that you'll choose in New Barktown. It evolves into Croconaw at level 18 and then into Feraligatr at level 30, which is before completing the 3rd gym. As a story Pokemon, once again it will have a neutral nature and 15s across the board for IVs, however it has great move coverage and is definitely the best choice. For the moveset we'll go with Bite, learned at level 13, Ice Fang, learned at level 21, Surf once you get the HM from the director of the dance theater in Ecruteak City, and Crunch to replace Bite at level 30. Eventually Surf will be swapped for Waterfall after the 7th gym. Keep at least one other water move throughout, preferably a physical one, because Totodile has the Torrent ability, which means when it falls below 25% HP, the power of its water moves is boosted by 50%. So we're going to lean into that and have it hold the Mystic Water item, boosting water moves another 20%. That item is found in Cherrygrove City from a man near the Pokemon Center after showing a water type. Your starter will serve you well as a physical water-type sweeper with ice and dark coverage and HM utility. Next we have Mareep, which you'll catch just south of Violet City on Route 32 before getting to the 1st gym. It'll be level 8 to 9 when you catch it. It'll evolve into Flaffy at level 15 and Ampharos at level 30 to join Feraligatr. You're looking for the static ability, which has a 30% chance to paralyze the attacker when being hit by a contact move. You want the nature to be modest ideally, but quiet would be good also. Having 25 plus in special attack and HP IVs would be ideal, with 15 plus in the others and the attack stat not mattering. Its moveset will be Thundershock at level 10, Thunder Wave at level 15, Discharge at 30, and Signal Beam at level 51. We'll have it hold a magnet, which boosts the power of electric type moves by 20%. You can find one of those on a Magnemite on Route 38, or from an NPC in the Olivine Lighthouse before the 6th gym. Ampharos is a great electric special attacker that will handle the flying and water types for you. Ghastly will be the 3rd Pokemon added to your team, also before you even hit the 1st gym. You'll catch one at level 6 to 8 in Sprout Tower and Violet City, but it has to be nighttime in-game for them to appear. Ghastly evolves into Haunter at level 25, and although it will be really tempting to trade evolve it into Gengar, one of my personal favorites, we're going to be taking advantage of the Levitate ability, which is available only to Ghastly and Haunter, sadly. You're looking for a timid nature ideally, but it could also be naive. For the IVs, you want the 25 plus in special attack and speed, 15 plus in the others, with attack once again not mattering. For the moveset, we're going with Hypnosis at level 8, Confuse Ray at level 21, Shadow Ball through a 25k TM purchase from a Pokemart, and Dream Eater at level 45. Having the Ghost immunity to normal on your team combined with the Levitate providing immunity to ground and the ability to confuse and put things to sleep makes this Gen 1 fave special attacker quite useful. This next one I never thought I'd be recommending in a million years, just because of how horribly annoying they are trying to go through the caves of the first gens. But yeah, here I am, recommending Zubat, which you'll catch at level 6 to 10 in Union or Dark Cave before the second gym. It evolves in a Golbat at level 22, and as if the situation couldn't get any grosser, it evolves in a Crobat through friendship. So you have to catch a Zubat and be friendly to it. That means keeping it in your party, making sure it doesn't faint, and giving it vitamins and berries if you want it to go faster. We're looking for the inner focus ability, which means it will never flinch and can't be intimidated. Ideally, it will be jolly nature, although it could be hasty. The 25 pluses should be in speed and attack, with 15 pluses in the other, except special attack doesn't matter. The moveset will be Wing Attack learned at level 17, Confuse Ray at level 21, Cut which you'll get after the second gym, and Fly which you'll get after the fifth gym. With the two flying moves, we'll have it hold a sharp beak, boosting the power of flying moves by 20%. Without the GTL, the best way to get that is by catching a Fearow or a Doduo on Route 31, 32, 33, or 34. I think they have a 20% chance or so to be holding one, so it's not a horrible venture to do so. This Crobat will be a fast flyer, status spreader, and hold two of the most important HMs for you. In the fifth position is Nidoran Girl, which you'll catch at level 15 to 17 on Route 35 before your third gym. It'll evolve in a Nidorina at level 16, but will require a Moonstone to evolve in a Nidoqueen. You can find one in Union Cave, Toho Falls, Mount Mortar, or the Ruins of Alph, and can evolve your Nidorina as soon as you find it. We want the Poison Point ability, which has a 30% chance to poison the attacker when being hit by a contact move. Ideally, it will be Adamant Nature, although Brave will work. For the IVs, we want the attack and HP to be 25 plus, 15 plus in the others, except special attack doesn't matter on this one. For the moveset, we'll have Double Kick learned at level 12, Poison Jab learned from TM, purchased from the Goldenrod Mart for 17.5k, Strength which you'll get after the fourth gym, and Rock Smash which you'll get after encountering Sudowoodo on Route 36 and talking to a hiker. We'll have it hold an Expert Belt to boost the fighting moves by 20%, believe it or not, and that's found in Goldenrod Underground. Nidoqueen is a bulky physical attacker that has great electric coverage and helps with steel types, and another mon that will carry the burden of 2 HMs for us. In the sixth slot is Growlithe, which you'll catch at level 16 to 18 on Route 36 after your third gym. Just like Nidorina, it will need a stone to evolve into my personal favorite Pokemon, Arcanine. Now I know I said we wouldn't rely on the GTL, but we're going to make a slight exception here to buy a Firestone if Johto is your first region and you don't have access to the Celadon market in Kanto yet, where they're easily purchased for 5k. You won't want to use it until after level 38 when Growlithe learns Flare Blitz anyway, and that'll be after defeating the 5th gym with the level 39 cap. In your Growlithe, you want the Intimidate ability with ideally an Adamant or Jolly nature. Attack and Speed are the priority IVs to be 25 plus, the others 15 plus, with special attack not mattering. The moveset is Flame Wheel learned at level 12, Crunch at 28, Flare Blitz at 38, and then Extreme Speed upon evolution in Arcanine. We're going to give it a Charcoal to hold and boost its fire moves by 20%, and that's found in the Charcoal Kiln after the Farfetch quest in the Alex Forest. This is a fast physical attacker with fire coverage for Bug, Grass, Steel, and Ice types. It's going to do work for you. Alright, I know you're thinking that's 6 and we're on to the next part, but I do have an optional 7th pick that I highly recommend. By the way, if you're finding this video helpful so far, please hit the like button and subscribe because my plan is to do a video like this for every region, and admittedly this one had a lot more going into it than I had anticipated, so seeing that sub number go up will make my brain happy and encourage me to keep going. Okay, the optional but highly recommended pick is Lapras. You can trade a Shelder to an NPC in Violet City's Pokemon Center to get one. To catch a Shelder, you'll need a good rod, which you'll get from talking to a fisherman in Olivine City around the time of the 6th gym. It is a rare encounter, so it may take a little bit of effort. It may honestly be less cost and effort at this point to just buy the cheapest possible Shelder from the GTL and trade it to the NPC. Seems kinda crazy, I know, but time is money in MMOs, it's valuable, right? Anyway, because the plan here is for a story Pokemon, it'll have a neutral nature and 15s across the board for the IVs. Lapras has the water absorb ability, which means being hit with a water type move will actually heal your HP. The moveset will be Ice Shard, learned at level 21, Surf in place of Feraligatr so it can learn Waterfall, Ice Beam at level 39, and Psychic via TM purchased from the Goldenrod market for 30k. This is going to be our ground, grass, and most importantly Dragon Slayer that will hold the Never Melt Ice, boosting ice moves by 20%. It's found in the northwest of Ecruteak Poke Center. There's just one more Pokemon to cover in case Johto wasn't your first region or you feel like spending a little bit after the 4th gym to make your life even easier. Let's talk about the bonus Pokemon that will be purchased from the GTL, which is a Moxie ability Sandile. Moxie increases your attack one stage after knocking out an opposing Pokemon, which is super powerful for just sweeping entire teams. Sandile evolves into Krokorok at level 29 and Crocodile at level 40. We want it to have a jollier adamant nature with its 25 plus IVs in attack and speed, 15 plus in the others with special attack not mattering. Its moveset will be Dig, learned at level 21, Crunch at level 27, Earthquake at 44, and Rock Slide via TM, which is found in Rock Tunnel. Since we're already hitting the store hard for this one, we're going to buy a life orb for it so it packs an extra punch. If that's a bit out of the budget though, go for soft sand that should be much cheaper and boost ground moves by 20%. What evolve form at what level that you purchase will depend on when you have the funds for it and what the GTL listings look like. Keep your eye out for a good deal, which you should be able to find since we're not looking for perfect IVs. Although I understand if you want to spend a bit more and get those green numbers, I'm guilty of it myself at times. So that's your team of 6 with a highly recommended 7th and an 8th to splurge on to make life even easier. Here's the full team so you can take a screenshot of that to reference for later. Now I could just stop here. The video is definitely longer than I expected, but I don't want to just give you the team and not tell you how to use it effectively. That just seems halfway done. So if you're still with me and haven't yet, hit the like button for no halfway done videos. I'm going to give you tips for how to use the team for each major battle in chronological order through the story, including gyms, rival battles, Team Rocket bosses, Elite Four, and the surprisingly tough Ho-Oh battle. There are going to be spoilers of the NPC's team, so beware if you're not into that kind of thing.
And if you feel like there's something I've missed or got wrong, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments and I'll make any needed updates.
The first time you smack up your rival, you don't need any help, so let's start with the first gym leader. The first gym leader, Faulkner, is in Violet City and uses flying types. He has a level 12 Pidgey and a level 14 Pidgeotto that will be cleaned up easily by your Mareep or Flaffy's Thunder Wave and Thunder Shock. Totodile or Croconaw can also lay down some damage with Bite and Ice Fang. Your next battle will be against your rival again in Azalea Town before the second gym. He'll bring a Bayleaf, Zubat, and Ghastly levels 18 and 19. He thinks he's going to get your Croconaw with that Bayleaf too, but you should whap him with that Ice Fang. You'll chew up the Ghastly with Bite too. You can Thunder Shock the Zubat with Flaffy if Croconaw gets low. Next is your first Team Rocket boss battle versus Proton at the Slowpoke Well. He'll have a Coughing and Zubat levels 12 to 14. Use the Flaffy to Thunder Shock the Zubat, and Croconaw can handle Coughing. This should be a pretty easy one. Next, the second gym leader Bugsy, still in Azalea Town, uses bug types if you couldn't tell. He's got a level 17 Butterfree and Beedrill, and a level 19 Scyther. We're going to rely on Flaffy's electric type moves and Golbat's flying type moves, making easy work of the bugs, even though we don't have our Growlithe yet. Hitting the third gym in Goldenrod City next, where Whitney uses her normal types. She has a level 23 Clefairy and Teddiursa and a level 25 Miltank. Haunter is good here, being immune to the normal moves. Just be wary of Teddiursa's Feint Attack. Flaffy and Golbat's Status Infliction and Croconaw's Bite and Ice Fang are going to be go-tos here. This one may end up being a team effort. On Route 36 after Whitney, you'll face Sudowoodo, which you will be able to catch. I do recommend doing so if possible because it's important for your OT Pokédex completion. Having a dedicated catching Pokemon would be ideal, but that's for another guide. Assuming you don't have that, put it to sleep with Haunter or paralyze it with Ampharos to increase the chances of catching it. If you don't care, just blast it with Water Move from Feraligatr. This clears the path to Ecruteak City, your next major hub, and turns out your rival wants to smoke again once you go to the Burn Tower in Ecruteak City. Yeah, he evolved some things, but so did we, and we have a team of 6 now. Now we have Growlithe to more reliably deal with the Meganium, and it will handle the Magnemite as well, although there is the double kick on Nidorina for that too. Feraligatr continues to bite the Ghastly turn Haunter, and Ampharos is still shocking the Bat. It's time for another Team Rocket confrontation. After earning your third badge, head to Ecruteak City and visit the dance theater. Inside you'll find a Team Rocket grunt harassing one of the Kimono girls. Naturally you step in and do what Pokemon protagonists do best, wreck evil plans with an S tier team. Use Nidorina and Haunter to easily dispatch the grunt and his coughing, etc. This is a nothing battle, but you will get Surf from it and want to teach it to Feraligatr unless you're planning on getting Lapras right after the 4th gym, which is up next. The 4th gym leader, Morty, and his ghost types in Ecruteak City are actually kind of spooky. He has a level 27 Mischievous and Haunter and a level 29 Gengar. Feraligatr and Growlithe are going to crunch your way to victory. If you need to, you can confuse or paralyze them, but clicking the super effective move in the crunch with the chance to lower defense should be enough. On to the 5th gym in Cianwood City, where Chuck tries his best to put a beat down on you with his fighting types. He's got a level 32 Machoke, Hitmontop and Primeape, and a level 34 Poliwrath. Crobat is your MVP here with Wing Attack. Confusing them will also help. Ampharos will also be good with handling the Poliwrath, and if you have Psychic on Lapras already, that will also be very powerful here. After the whole climbing the lighthouse, sick Pokemon adventure across the water and back, you'll have the pleasure of battling Jasmine, the 6th gym leader in Olivine City, who uses steel types. She has a level 34 Skarmory, Magneton, and Forretress, and a level 36 Steelix. And Arcanine incinerates her whole squad. Nidoqueen and Haunter can be backup. After defeating Jasmine at the Olivine City Gym, your next destination is Lake of Rage, located just north of Mahogany Town. Here you'll face Red Gyarados in an iconic boss battle in Johto, and a tough one if you're not ready. This is a scripted boss fight, and while it is a shiny, you can't catch it in PokeMMO, unfortunately. Just focus on defeating it. The Red Gyarados is level 30 and uses Dragon Rage, Thrash, and Bite, which can be pretty threatening if you're under-leveled. To make quick work of it, use Ampharos with Discharge to fry it easily, or bring Lapras for water resistance and Ice Shard Chip. Nidoqueen can help if needed with neutral damage and bulk. Once it's defeated, you'll receive the Red Scale, which triggers the appearance of Lance, everyone's favorite cape-wearing Dragon Master. He'll ask for your help investigating Mahogany Town, which leads directly into the Team Rocket HQ storyline. With Red Gyarados down, Lance breaks into the suspicious shop in Mahogany Town and reveals a Team Rocket hideout in the basement. You'll team up with him to take on waves of grunts and 3 major bosses across the facility. Here's what you're up against. Petrol brings a mix of Raticate, coughing, and wheezing. Use Haunter and Nidoqueen for poison immunity and neutralizing physical threats. Ariana shows up with Murkrow, Arbok, and Vileplume. Use Ampharos for Murkrow, Arcanine for Vileplume, and Nidoqueen for Arbok. Archer, the Rocket Executive, closes things out with Houndour, Houndoom, and Coughing. Feraligatr or Lapras handle the fire types easily, and Haunter can cover Coughing. Watch out for the Electro traps and make sure to heal between battles. This segment has long stretches without a Poke Center nearby. Once you defeat Archer and shut down their radio signal generator, you're free to take on the 7th gym in Mahogany Town, where you'll face Price, who uses ice types. He has a level 35 Cloyster and Glaceon, a level 36 Dugong and Lapras, and a level 38 Mamoswine. All of them except Mamoswine have water coverage, which is really annoying because otherwise Arcanine would perform well here. Try to catch the Mamoswine or Glaceon with Arcanine and melt them. Cloyster, Dugong, and Lapras should get handled by Ampharos. Throw down the Thunder Waves and confuse Rays if you need to. After defeating Price in Mahogany Town and clearing out the Team Rocket HQ, you'll get an urgent call that Team Rocket has taken over the Goldenrod radio tower. This marks the final Team Rocket arc in the Johto story, and it's a big one. Head to Goldenrod City and enter the radio tower. You'll fight your way through multiple floors of grunts and encounter a few familiar faces. The first boss battle is Petrol, disguised as the radio director, who uses 5 coughings and a wheezing.
They can explode or poison, so use Haunter for immunity and Arcanine to clean up the rest with Fire or Crunch. Once Petrol is defeated, you'll find out that the real radio director is being held captive in the underground basement. Make your way into the Goldenrod Underground, where you'll face more rocket grunts, navigate a switch puzzle, and then battle 2 more rocket executives. But before your final battle with Team Rocket, your rival chooses this incredibly inopportune time to make another appearance. This time your rival brings a well-rounded squad between levels 37 to 39. This fight is a real test of your team's synergy and preparation. Use Ampharos's Thunder Wave and Discharge to cripple the Flyers and Steel types. For Alligator's Ice Fang and Crunch will help break down the Psychic and Ghost threats, while Arcanine's Intimidate and Flare Blitz put serious pressure on Meganium and the fighting types lurking around. Don't forget Crobat's Speed and Confusion moves to disrupt your rival's strategy. Be sure to manage your items carefully and switch intelligently to maintain momentum. Winning this battle clears the path for the final Rocket Showdown. Once your rival has been dispatched, you can go onward to beating Team Rocket once and for all. You're actually going to whoop them so bad they change their name for future generations. The first exec here, Ariana, uses Arbok, Murkrow, and Vileplume again. Use Nidoqueen for Arbok, Ampharos for Murkrow, and Arcanine for the Vileplume. Archer, the final Rocket executive, uses Houndour, Houndoom, and Coughing. Bring in for Alligator or Lapras for the fire types. Haunter or Crobat can help with Coughing as needed. As we said, this is the final set of battles that marks the end of Team Rocket's influence in Johto. Once you've rescued the Director, he'll reward you with a key item and grant you access to Blackthorn City, where Claire, the 8th gym leader, awaits. Now that Team Rocket is dealt with, it's time for the 8th and final gym. Claire, the leader in Blackthorn City, uses Dragon types. What a Lance wannabe. She has 2 level 42 Dragonairs, a level 42 Gyarados and Aerodactyl, and a level 44 Kingdra. For Alligator's Ice Fang and Lapras's Ice Beam are going to be key here, although you do need to watch out because one of the Dragonairs knows Thunder. Ampharos is good against Gyarados and Kingdra. After defeating the Rocket executives in Goldenrod and receiving the clear bell, you'll be directed back to Ecruteak City. There you'll face off against the Kimono Girls, who challenge you in 5 consecutive battles, no healing in between. Each one uses a different evolution at level 40. The first one uses Flareon. Use it for Alligator and hit it with Waterfall for a clean one-hit KO. Kimono Girl 2 uses Jolteon. Use your Nidoqueen and hit it with a fighting move. Crobat can also chip in with Confusion if needed. The third uses Vaporeon. Use Ampharos with Discharge or Signal Beam for a strong 2-hit KO. Watch for Vaporeon's bulk, you may take a hit or two. Kimono Girl 4 uses Espeon. Used for Alligator's Crunch, Crobat can chip in with Wing Attack if needed, and Gengar can also outspeed and Shadow Ball for a KO. Kimono Girl 5 uses Umbreon. This one's a stally tank with Confuse Ray and Moonlight. Use Ampharos for Signal Beam, Arcanine for Flare Blitz or Crunch, Pressure, or rely on Nidoqueen's strength to grind it down. Be patient and don't let confusion spiral your team. Balance your item use and rotate effectively. The no healing rule makes this one of the trickier fights in the story. Once you win, the Kimono Girls grant you access to the Bell Tower to challenge Ho-Oh. You've just handled the toughest challenge yet and likely feeling ready for the Elite Four. Things finally feel like they're wrapping up. Instead, in true PokeMMO fashion, you're dropped into a multi-phase boss battle. It starts with Ho-Oh, but as the fight drags on, it begins summoning one legendary beast at a time, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. And just when you think you're in the clear, Ho-Oh returns for his second form. Yes, they really want you to earn this one. So you're going to start with for Alligator, Ampharos, and Haunter. Just keep hitting Ho-Oh as much as you can with Waterfall. Thunder Wave it once with Ampharos and then keep shocking it. Would really love to use Discharge here, but it'll hit your allies also, so don't do that. Haunter is just going to Shadow Ball, hoping to reduce special defense and try to confuse or put anything to sleep that comes in if it gets a chance before Ho-Oh rotates your team. Just keep focusing Ho-Oh with the super effective moves that do the most damage while attempting to keep your team healthy with items. This really is a tough battle, but I believe in you. You can do it. That's why you have the team. Your rival, after taking beatings all game, wants to come at you on Victory Road after defeating a literal legend? Laughable. He must have forgotten the taste of defeat and is back for more. This time he's definitely leveled up and brings a now familiar team. Arcanine handles Magneton, Sneasel, and Meganium with Fire Move. Feraligatr can handle the Gengar with Crunch, and Ampharos can handle the Crobat with Discharge. The others can come in to confuse and poison if they need to. Send your rival packing for the final time in this storyline. Onward we go to the Elite Four now, starting with Will, the first member and a Psychic type user. He has a level 47 Exeggutor, Espeon, Slowbro, and Jinx, and a level 49 Xatu. Haunter with Shadow Ball and Ampharos with Signal Beam absolutely go in here, and Arcanine roasts Jinx and Exeggutor with Fire Move. The second member of the Elite Four is Koga with his poison types. He has a level 47 Gyarados, Forretress, Venomoth, and Muk, and a level 49 Crobat. Arcanine melts the three bugs, Gyarados, Forretress, and Venomoth. Ampharos discharges Crobat. Nidoqueen and Lapras will be able to handle Muk, who is certainly the most annoying one on this team because of its Drain Punch and straight poison typing. The third of the bunch is the fighting type trainer Bruno. He has a level 47 Hitmontop, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Steelix, and a level 49 Machamp. Crobat's flying moves and Lapras' Psychic will carry this battle. Haunter is also very good here, resisting a good portion of the entire team's moves. The fourth and of course not final member of the Elite Four is Karen the Dark type trainer. She has a level 47 Honchkrow, Vileplume, Umbreon, and Gengar, and a level 49 Houndoom. Ampharos gets Honchkrow with Discharge and has Signal Beam for everything else except Gengar. Arcanine can cover Vileplume with Fire Move and Gengar with Crunch. Nidoqueen can get Umbreon with Double Kick. Lapras can help with Houndoom using Surf, and Haunter can fill in where needed. The Elite Four champion in Johto is Lance with his Dragon types. He has a level 49 Kingdra, Gyarados, Ampharos, Aerodactyl, and Tyranitar, and a level 51 Dragonite. Ampharos can take Gyarados and Kingdra and help with Dragonite. Lapras can take Aerodactyl and Tyranitar with Water and Ice move. Arcanine's Intimidate is very useful here, and it can come in to clean up weakened dragons. Nidoqueen can fight Ampharos, and Haunter can help with anything that's not Tyranitar or Gyarados, and Crobat can fill in wherever needed and try to confuse Ray. And with that, you will have cleared the Johto story in PokeMMO with a streamlined team. From tackling every gym leader to crushing the Elite Four in Legendary Encounter, this squad has you covered with solid moves, great type synergy, and full HM utility to breeze through the game. If you're still here and found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because honestly it brings me more joy than it probably should, and this one took so much more work than I originally anticipated, and I want to do one for every region. Liking and subbing will let me know people are getting helped by my videos, and will encourage me to keep going. Comment down below with how the team is working for you, or if you chose a different team, let me know. I'm really interested to see what you guys used. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate you, and I'll catch you next time.